and we will put those up, and we'll start with the 7-line prayer. Put that on the screen. Organ yogi nu chamsam Pemage sadum pola Yasan chogi no drune Pemajune she sudrag Koryu kandro mambokor Keki jesu dag druki Jinjilop shir sheksu so Guru Pema Siddhi Hum Organ Yogi Nucham Sam Pemage Sadam Pola Yasan Shogi Nundrune Pema June Jesudra Koru Kandrom Mampokor Keki Jesu Dag Druki Jinjilop Shir Sheksu So Guru Pema Siddhi Hum Organ Yogi Nucham Sam Pemage Sadam Pola Yasan Chogi No Drumne Pema June Jesudra Koru Kandrom Mampokor Kegi Jesu Dag Druki Jinjilop Shir Sheksu So Guru Pema Siddhi Hum. All right, so let's take a moment to remember our motivation today, and really generate compassion for this practice and the intention behind this practice. Whenever we begin an activity, whether it's sitting down to do meditation or listening to a Dharma teaching or reading a Dharma book, it's really important to start with a proper motivation. And that motivation really determines the direction of our actions. So we must begin with starting, establishing that proper motivation. So let's take a moment together, whether you're joining us online or here in the room, let's take a moment together to generate that compassionate intention that whatever we learn today or whatever virtue we create by doing this meditation, that we benefit an immeasurable amount of sentient beings. So let's do that now together. All right, so the meditation that we'll be doing today is called Shamatha meditation, and we will be referring to Jetsama's book, Stabilizing the Mind. So speaking from that text. So what is meditation? Meditation is the natural state of our mind when it's relaxed, when it's calm and open. It trains our mind to be calm and relaxed, and also wakeful and alert. So the whole point of meditation is to create more space in our minds. And I think we can all agree that we need that in this modern day and age, these busy lives that we lead. It's very important to give our mind moments to rest and create more spaciousness. This helps us balance our emotions, our reactions, so that when we go out into the world, we can respond from a calm and more spacious mind. So this is very important. And it's really a moment for us to just let go the busyness of our day and just really focus in. So right before streaming this, I was trying to madly figure out the internet, and the site wasn't working. Nothing was responding. Nothing was working well. But no matter what happened right before joining today in meditation, it's really about just, letting all of that go and being present, letting the mind rest. And meditation is the first step in developing bodhicitta, which is the compassionate wish to free all beings from suffering. So it's very important. It's very important on the path. So we're going to take a comfortable seat, whether you're sitting here on the floor with a cushion or whether you're in a chair, whatever is more comfortable for you. We're going to put our hands in our lap like this. So our hands are touching with our thumbs touching. So in our lap, or if we're more comfortable, we can put our hands on our thighs if we're sitting in a chair. So we're going to just sit with our spine straight, almost like someone has a string at the crown of your head pulling you up as straight as possible, but not rigid, still relaxed. Our shoulders are open, our elbows are out, giving us plenty of space to breathe. We're not hunched over. And we're going to be looking gently down, like if we were to draw a line from the bridge of our nose down to the floor, picking a, a place there, a point there to rest our gaze. And then the last thing is putting our tongue on the roof of our mouth behind our front teeth so that the mouth is kind of slightly open and relaxed. So we're going to allow ourselves to completely relax in this position. And breathe normally. So this is not a regulated kind of breath or a hurried breath, just your natural breath. So we're not going to try to control it at all. We're breathing naturally as possible with a gossamer thin attention on the breath. So it's like, taking your pulse. We're not putting any pressure on it. We're just observing it. So your attention is like a feather gently riding on the surface of your breath. And if you notice that thoughts come up, which that's very normal, our busy brains, our busy minds, we're just going to try to let them go. Letting go of all the thoughts, letting go of all the busyness in our mind. And if we are having a particularly hard time with this, we can imagine tongs picking up our thought and tossing them out, or scissors cutting them and throwing them away. So sometimes visualization can help us just quit the thought. So the whole point is to return to the breath and focus on the breath and let that be where your attention, where your gossamer thin attention rests. So we are going to start with 5 minutes. And again, we got a little bit of a later start today, so this will be a little bit shorter today. We will start, I'm pulling up my little gong timer here. So we'll start with 5 minutes together. And then we'll do a longer session and then one short one to finish. So let's begin. was 5 minutes. If you need to stretch or grab a drink of water, you know, sometimes our thoughts can come up in the form of, body sensations. And then we start thinking about that. Maybe our neck feels tight or our back hurts or whatever that is, trying to also let go of those thoughts too and just be as present as possible. Bye. And like for me, my eyes were very dry. And so kept thinking, oh, my eyes are dry, my eyes are dry. But just, letting also these body sensations, letting us drop that as well and just focusing in on the breath. Um, and we can, it's not about perfection with meditation. It's really about consistency. So again and again, if we're having a lot of thoughts, maybe one day we, are having so many thoughts, and then the other, another day we're feeling pretty spacious and open in our mind. So it's not about comparing our meditation from day to day. It's really about just showing up again consistently, and slowly, slowly we'll build our practice. So if you feel like at home, you want to start with, 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, whatever, you know, really starting where you're at and then growing your practice from there. And also being able to do this, you know, in different transitions in your day. It doesn't have to be formal meditation sitting down. It can be, before you get out of your car to go do something, or as you're waiting in line, maybe you're focusing on your breath, or as you're walking, you're doing a walking meditation. So really just taking those moments throughout your day to rest the mind, to focus on the breath, and really weaving meditation throughout your day, not something that's separate from you, but something that's a part of your, day-to-day practice. So we'll do a little bit longer. Just going to check the time here. So we'll do 7 minutes together. And again, this meditation practice usually starts at 10 a.m. So we're just going to go a little shorter today because we had some technical difficulties starting up here. So we'll do 7 minutes together. And then if we have time, we might do one more short one. Okay, here we go. All right. So again, we can take this practice throughout our whole week, and we don't always have to focus just on the breath. We can also focus our attention on a candle, the flame of a candle, or a flower, or a statue. Or again, if you're driving in your car and before you get out of your car, you want to do some meditation, you can simply stare at your steering wheel or something in line at a store. Just, again, um, infusing your life and your day with meditation. So we will do a very short, just 1 minute meditation to finish, and then we'll do dedication practices. So let's just see if we can really just hold our attention on the breath for 1 minute, just focusing our light attention on the breath. So we'll do 1 minute and then we'll do closing prayers. So let's do that now. I'm going to put the closing prayers on the screen. We'll do these together. Throughout my many lives and until this moment, whatever virtue I have accomplished, including the merit generated by this practice and all that I'll ever attain, this I offer for the welfare of sentient beings. May sickness, war, famine, and suffering be decreased for every being, while their wisdom and compassion increase in this and every future life. May I clearly perceive all experiences to be as insubstantial as the dream fabric of the night, and instantly awaken to perceive the pure wisdom display in the arising of every phenomenon. May I quickly attain enlightenment in order to work ceaselessly for the liberation of all sentient beings. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas altogether, whatever kind of motivation you have, whatever kind of beneficial action, whatever kind of wishing prayers, whatever kind of omniscience, whatever kind of life accomplishment, whatever kind of benevolent power, and whatever kind of immense wisdom you have, similarly I, who have come in the same way to benefit beings, pray to attain these qualities. By this effort, may all sentient beings be free of suffering. May their minds be filled with the nectar of virtue. In this way, may all causes resulting in suffering be extinguished, and only the light of compassion shine throughout all realms. So I want to thank you all for joining us today and being very patient as we figured this live stream out today with the internet and everything. So again, a good time to, whatever life throws at us, to come from that mind of meditation. It's easy to say, hard to put into practice. So thank you all for joining, and thank you for joining us online as well. And we will see you next Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So thank you so much. Bye. Have a good one.